Welcome to the longest running quiz show in the area. Categories. High school students compete to answer questions on topics from art to science, history to current events. And now, here's your categories host, John Bartell.
Hi, welcome to Categories. Today we're bringing you a great matchup that's within the Blue Valley School District, as the Blue Valley Tigers, coached by Adam Wade, is taking on the Blue Valley West Jaguars, coached by Pan Fillingham. Let's go ahead and meet our competitors. First from Blue Valley.
Hey, I'm Sid, and I'm a junior.
I'm Nathan, I'm a senior.
I'm William, and I'm a senior.
I'm Joe, and I'm a senior.
And I'm Arslan, and I'm a junior.
And our competitors from West.
I'm Essen, and I'm a senior.
I'm Emre, and I'm a senior.
I'm Hamad, and I'm a sophomore.
I'm Isaac, and I'm a senior.
I'm Ben, and I'm a senior.
All right, fantastic. Here in the first round of categories, we will take turns answering questions. If a team responds correctly, they earn a point. If they respond incorrectly, the other team will get a chance to steal that category. We did a coin toss before we started taping. It was won by the Tigers. So here's the first category. It is law. What piece of jewelry is exempt by law from bankruptcy cases? Sid.
Wedding ring.
Wedding ring. Very good. West, your first question is science. What technique for food preservation uses these steps? Food is frozen in an airtight tank, and then food is heated at the same time that air is pumped from the tank, which removes water by sublimation. Ben.
Benedict's.
I'm sorry, cannot accept that. Tigers, chance to steal this science category. What technique for food preservation uses these steps? Food is frozen in an airtight tank, and then food is heated at the same time that air is pumped from the tank, which removes water by sublimation. Nathan.
Freeze drying.
It is freeze drying. Very good. Tigers, you have the next category. It is religion. What religious figure was the son of a wealthy leader belonging to the Sakya clan and was brought up in a little town in the foothills of the Himalayas in what is now Nepal? Sid.
Buddha.
Buddha. Back over to you, West. Current events. In a recent viral video, a police officer was shown throwing a disruptive female student to the ground. As a result, the police officer was fired. In which state did this event take place? Isaac.
Texas.
It is not Texas. Tigers, chance to steal this current events category. In a recent viral video, a police officer was shown throwing a disruptive female student to the ground. As a result, the police officer was fired. In which state did this event take place? Nathan.
South Carolina.
South Carolina. Tigers, staying with you. Fine arts, famous roles is the category. Name either of the two most famous Southern Belle roles played by actress Vivien Leigh. Sid.
Scarlett O'Hara.
Scarlett O'Hara. The other one was Blanche Dubois. Coming over to you, West. Language is the category. Louis Braille invented the alphabet for the blind. Each Braille letter is composed of how many? Essen.
6.
6. 6 dots. Very good. Blue Valley Business is your category. Identify the nation's largest health insurance company. Joe.
Blue Cross Blue Shield.
That is correct. Jaguars, coming back to you. This time, games and toys is the category. John Lloyd Wright, son of the architect Frank Lloyd Wright, invented what classic children's building toy in 1916? Come on.
Lego.
It is not Legos. Tigers, chance to steal this games and toys category. John Lloyd Wright, son of the architect Frank Lloyd Wright, invented what classic children's building toy in 1916? Joe.
Lincoln Logs.
Lincoln Logs. Very good. Staying with you, Tigers, math is the category. Trigonometry is based on the systems devised by what ancient geometer? Arslan?
Pythagoras.
I'm sorry, it's not Pythagoras. Jaguars, chance to steal this math category. Trigonometry is based on the systems devised by what ancient geometer? Emery.
Euclid.
Euclid. Staying with you, Jaguars, U.S. geography is the category. What's located at 1313 Harbor Boulevard in Anaheim, California? Isaac.
Disneyland.
Disneyland. Very good. Tigers, world geography is your category. The majority of national flags use a combination of only 7 basic colors. Besides the colors orange, yellow, black, and green, what are the other 3 colors? Sid?
Red, white, and blue.
Red, white, and blue. Very good. Back to you, West, with general knowledge. What kind of wood is often called the world's finest cabinet wood? Essen.
Balsa.
I cannot accept balsa. Tigers, chance to steal this general knowledge question. What kind of wood is often called the world's finest cabinet wood? Sid.
Oak.
It is not oak. Mahogany. Mahogany. Tigers, current events is your category. The Republican National Committee said it is suspending its next debate with which network over gotcha questions asked of candidates at last week's televised presidential debate? Joe.
NBC.
NBC. West, staying with TV, this is a TV category question. Non-news TV programming concerned with issues and events affecting the general population is called what kind of programming? Ben.
Entertainment.
Cannot accept entertainment. Tigers, chance to steal this media and television category. Non-news TV programming concerned with issues and events affecting the general population is called what kind of programming? Public affairs. Public affairs. Tigers, world history is your category. Exiles from what country attempted the invasion at the Bay of Pigs? Sid.
Cuba.
Cuba. Coming back to you, Jaguars, military history. What wartime first was achieved by the Patriot missile? Essen?
First intercontinental ballistic missile.
I'm sorry, cannot accept that. Tigers, chance to steal this military history question. What wartime first was achieved by the Patriot missile? Joe.
First submarine launched missile.
Cannot accept that. It's the first missile to destroy another missile in combat. Tigers, we are staying with you. General knowledge, this time astrology. What sign of the zodiac comes between Gemini and Leo? Arslan?
Virgo.
I'm sorry, that is incorrect. Jaguars, chance to steal this general knowledge astrology question. What sign of the zodiac comes between Gemini and Leo? Ben?
Capricorn.
It is not Capricorn. It's Cancer. Cancer. Staying with you, West, with world geography. What Canadian province borders 4 out of the 5 Great Lakes? Emery.
Ontario.
Ontario. Blue Valley, back to you. Science, biomes. In what biome would you find the yellow dog-tooth violet, the Dutchman's breeches, orange touch-me-not, and the goldenrod? Is it in the grassland, savanna, tundra, desert, or forest? Sid.
Grassland.
I'm sorry, that is incorrect. Jaguars, chance to steal the science biomes question. Emery.
Savannah.
It's the forest. It's the forest. West, we are coming back to you. Science, chemistry is the question. Identify the following chemical element from the given description. It's named after the Greek sun god, the son of Hyperion. Essen.
Helium.
Helium. Tigers, religion is your category. The Aryans brought to India 4 great religious books, which are the holy books of Hinduism to the present day. What are these books called? Sid.
Vedas.
Vedas. Jaguars artists is your category. Although an original artist in his own right, he spent some of his last 20 years of his life painting variations of previous works by old masters, including Delacroix's Women of Algiers. Name this Spanish artist. Emery?
Goya.
It is not Goya. Tigers, chance to steal this artist category. Although an original artist in his own right, he spent some of his last 20 years of his life painting variations on previous works by old masters, including Delacroix's Women of Algiers. Name this Spanish artist. William.
Picasso.
It is Picasso. Tigers, math is the next category. Of the town budget of Centerville, 2/7 goes towards maintaining the police force. If the total budget for the year in Centerville is $140,000, how much goes to the police? Sid.
$40,000.
$40,000. Coming back to you, Jaguars. Vocabulary. What verb refers to crawling in a prostrate position in a most demeaning manner? Ben?
Scurrying.
It is not scurrying. Tigers, chance to steal this vocabulary question. What verb refers to crawling in the prostrate position in a most demeaning manner? Joe?
Begging.
It's close. Grovel. To grovel. Blue Valley literature is your category. Henry James's novel, The Ambassadors, is set in what European city? Joe?
London.
It is not London. West, chance to steal this literature category. Henry James's novel, The Ambassadors, is set in what European city? Emery?
Paris.
It is Paris. West, staying with you, sports history is the category. The first Winter Olympics were held in 1924. In what country? Isaac?
Austria.
It is not Austria. Tigers, you have a chance to steal this sports history question before we head into halftime. The first Winter Olympics were held in 1924. In what country? Joe?
Canada.
It's not Canada. It's France. France. That siren does denote the end of our first half, and Blue Valley has a score of 13 to Blue Valley West 6. This part of our program, we are going to go to a member of each team as they will give us a campus update. And for Blue Valley, we have William. William, what's happening with the Tigers?
So we've got a lot of things going on right now. The marching band won first place at the Shawnee Mission North Marching Festival a few weeks ago. Hoops for Hope is this week. Relay for Life is coming up. The football team made it to state quarterfinals, and the cross-country team is heading to the Nike National Qualifiers in South Dakota.
Well, it's going to be a little bit chilly. Is that this weekend? All right. It's going to be a little cold running, but that's okay. All right, and Emre, you are giving us the update for the Jaguars. What's happening at Blue Valley West?
So Blue Valley West, our girls volleyball team, recently won the state championship. Our orchestra is going to Carnegie Hall, and today we had our annual NHS blood drive.
All right. Lots of great things happening at both schools. Awesome stuff. As we head into our second round, it is our lightning round. As tradition here on Categories, we will have our look and listen question, which is worth 2 points. We have a monitor here in the studio for our contestants, and we'll be displaying that for you, the viewers at home. Just a reminder to the contestants, once I'm finished and the video starts, you may ring in at any time, but please be warned, we cannot rewind the video. So we're going to have to go from where the video stops to answer the question. So here we go, both teams. Name the notables who customarily appear in celebrations on this terrace. Emery?
The English royal family.
The English royal family, very good. And with that correct response, you have earned 2 points. Right now, the score is Blue Valley West 8, Blue Valley 13. As we continue with our lightning round, questions are placed on the floor for either team to answer. If a team responds correctly, they earn a point. If they respond incorrectly, the other team still gets a chance to steal. So both teams, the next category is World Geography. I'll give you the nickname for a country. You identify it. It's the Pearl of the Antilles. Cuba. We had Cuba earlier, didn't we? General knowledge for both teams. What is the traditional term for officials who investigate AWOL students? Sid.
Truant officers.
Truant officers. Very good. World history for both teams. Flemish Belgians demonstrated in 1962 to demand that this language replace French as Belgium's. Emre.
Dutch.
Dutch. Very good. Another world geography question for both teams. The Red Sea is located between Saudi Arabia and Africa. Where is the White Sea found? Emre?
Russia.
Russia. Very good. Fine arts painters for both teams. Who is the artist who depicted George Washington as the colonel of the militia and is noted for his paintings of early Americans? Nathan?
Copley.
And it's not Copley. Jaguars, chance to steal this painter's question. Who is the artist who depicted George Washington as colonel of the militia and is noted for his paintings of early Americans? It's Charles Wilson Peale. Vocabulary for both teams. It is used as a taxi in the canals of Venice. Emre.
Gondola.
Gondola. Very good. Languages for both teams. Though it looks like our letter Z, it is the 6th letter of the Greek alphabet. Name it. Emre.
Zeta.
It is Zeta. Science, medicine for both teams. What disease is characterized by repeated attacks of breathing shortness, wheezing, coughing? Essen?
Asthma.
It is asthma. You guys have narrowed the gap here. Blue Valley 14, West 13. Games is the next category. In poker, what hand ranks immediately higher than a full house? Joe.
Straight flush.
Cannot accept that. Sorry. Jaguars, chance to steal this games category. In poker, what hand ranks immediately higher than a full house? Emre.
A royal flush.
It's not a royal flush. Immediately higher is a 4 of a kind. 4 of a kind. General knowledge for both teams. This garnish and flavoring agent is the most widely used herb. Name it. Joe.
Parsley.
Parsley. Very good. Science, species for both teams. No one knows where horses originated, but fossils show that during the Ice Age, they lived on every continent except one. Joe.
Antarctica.
We can accept that. Very good. History, dynasties for both teams. All right, yeah, please pay attention. All right, put these in chronological order of dynasties. The Tang, Song, Ming, and Qing dynasties. Well, the question had them in the right order. It is the Tang, the Song, the Ming, and the Qing dynasties. Always worth a guess. Art, sculpture for both teams. When he was only 23, Daniel Chester French, one of America's best-known sculptors, was commissioned by the town of Concord, Massachusetts, to create a statue for the centenary of the Battle of Concord. It became an American classic. What was the statue called? Joe.
The shot heard round the world.
I cannot accept that. Jaguars, chance to steal this art sculpture question. When he was only 23, Daniel Chester French, one of America's best-known sculptors, was commissioned by the town of Concord, Massachusetts, to create a statue for the centenary of the Battle of Concord. It became an American classic. What was the statue called? Amant?
The Patriot.
It is not the Patriot. It's the Minuteman. The Minuteman. Good guesses by both. Greek mythology for both teams. What was the beautiful sound, inaudible to the human ear, that the ancient Greeks believed was made by the stars and planets as they moved through the heavens? It's music of the spheres, music of the spheres. World history for both teams. The official attacks on Stalin's character only 3 years after his death caused riots in what Soviet state where he was born? Emre.
Georgia.
Georgia. This time it's change that. This time it's U.S. history, specifically politics. Which unsuccessful candidate threw his support to Adams in the 1824 election and caused the House? Nathan.
Henry Clay.
Henry Clay caused the House to elect Adams over Jackson. Poetry for both, and it starts off with a quote. How do I love thee? Let me count the ways. I love thee to the depth and breadth and height my soul can reach when feeling out of sight, for the ends of being an ideal grace. Who wrote this quatrain? Nathan?
Shakespeare.
It's not Shakespeare. Jaguars, chance to steal this poetry question. How do I love thee? Let me count the ways. How do I love thee to the depth and breadth and height my soul can reach when feeling out of sight, for the ends of being an ideal grace. Who wrote this quatrain? Essen?
Wordsworth.
It is not Wordsworth. It's Elizabeth Barrett Browning. Science, psychology for both teams. This Russian physiologist used dogs in his experiments. Emre?
Pavlov.
It is Pavlov. General knowledge for both teams. On a QWERTY-style keyboard, over what number is the dollar symbol? Sid?
4.
It is the 4. Middle Eastern history. Which two Middle Eastern countries formed the Arab... Emre?
Syria and Egypt.
Syria and Egypt. Very good. U.S. geography for both teams. Dropsy, Drexel, St. Joseph's, LaSalle, Temple, and the University of Pennsylvania are all located in what city? Isaac? Philadelphia. It is Philadelphia. U.S. history for both teams. Who wrote the letter to President Roosevelt in 1939 urging him to coordinate research on the building? Essen?
Einstein.
It is Einstein on the building of the atomic bomb. With that correct response, you have even the score at 18 apiece. U.S. government is the category. What is the only cabinet position not headed by a secretary? Emre?
The Attorney General.
Yes, we will take that. The Attorney General is not a secretary. Shakespeare for both teams. Name the title characters from Two Gentlemen of Verona. Nathan?
Proteus and Valentine.
Those are the two. Literature for both teams. The imaginary place of Avalon was described in Arthurian legend as an underground kingdom, a place in the clouds, an underwater kingdom, a lake with an island, or the other side of mirrors. Emre?
A lake with an island.
A lake with an island. Journalism for both teams. What American artist worked for the New York Journal in Cuba during the Spanish-American War? And William Randolph Hearst supposedly told him, "You finish the pictures, I'll furnish the war." Nathan?
Remington.
Remington, very good. 20 apiece for both teams. Science. It's the alkali most commonly combined with fatty substance to make soap. What is it? Joe?
Lye.
It is lye. Fine arts terminology for both teams. Give me the term beginning with the letter A that refers to the halo or ring of light surrounding a figure in religious... Oh, there it is. Hamad.
Aura.
Cannot accept aura. Tigers, chance to steal this fine arts terminology question. Give me the term beginning with the letter A that refers to the halo or ring of light surrounding a figure in religious paintings. Aureole. Aureole is what we're looking for. Current events for both teams. Stanley Benoit and Mary Keitany won the men's and women's titles at the New York Marathon. From what country do both runners come? Joe.
Ethiopia.
I cannot accept Ethiopia. Isaac.
Kenya.
It is Kenya. We're tied at 21 apiece. General knowledge for both teams. The largest fraternal organization in the United States is known officially by the abbreviation BPOE, but is most commonly known by one word. What is it? Joe?
The Templars.
It is not the Templars. West, chance to steal this general knowledge question. The largest fraternal organization in the United States is known officially by the abbreviation. Emre.
The Freemasons.
It is not the Freemasons. It's the Elks. It's the Elks. All right, with that siren, that does denote the end of our regular play, and we have a score tied up at 21 apiece. Our overtime procedures are as follows. We will count off 5 questions. Whichever team has the best after 5 questions will be declared the winner. If we have a tie after the 5 questions, we will then go to sudden victory questions. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, both teams, here we go. World geography is the question. Name the country which borders this pair of waters, the Arabian Sea and the Bay of Bengal. Ben.
Gulf of Aman.
Cannot accept that. Tigers, chance to steal this world geography question. Name. Sid.
India.
It is India. World history is the next category. What happened near Kitty Hawk, North Carolina on December 17th? Sid.
First flight.
First flight. U.S. geography for the next category. Which state has more farmed area than any other state? Isaac.
Texas.
It is Texas. General knowledge for both teams. A professional who works in the shaping and arranging of a garden or a tract of land is involved in what type of architecture? Essen.
Horticulture.
Cannot accept horticulture. Tigers, chance to steal. If you do answer this correctly, you win the game. General knowledge is the category. A professional who works in the shaping and arranging of a garden or a tract of land is involved in what type of architecture? Joe.
Landscaping.
Landscape architecture. Very good. And with that correct response, that does give you a 2-point lead with only 1 question left, so the game is over. But the final score of Blue Valley 24, Blue Valley West 22. An excellent second half comeback on the part of the Jaguars, just fell a little short. Please join us again next time here on Categories as we will continue to bring you the best and brightest minds of high school students all throughout Johnson County.